my name is Angela Wicks, and I am a Senior Technical Specialist here at Employers in the Collections Department. And I am here today to discuss our recent Kaizen event we did on our direct collection referral process. I'm going to introduce our team members. We have myself, Allison Trexler, Eleanor Levino, John Munson, Michelle Milbrat, Wendy Pakala, Adam Schwab, Leon McCook, and Chris Kelly. Here's our Kaizen process. So first I want to start off and say, what is a Kaizen event? In Japanese, Kaizen means small change for the better. What we did here is we identified areas in our business that needed a small, quick change. So here's what we did in our process. We started off with our kickoff meeting, and in that meeting we identified our ground rules, introductions, and our roles within the Kaizen event. We then defined our scope and our problem, defined our process CTQs. We reviewed our current state process maps and identified any gaps we may have missed. And we developed our future process state. Then we went ahead and we piloted our new process. And then I'm here today to report out to you. I'm going to introduce Allison Trexler, and she will be giving our operational definition.
All right, in order to formally kick off our Kaizen, we need to come up with an operational definition for the referral process. And the purpose of an operational definition is to determine what the group is working on. More importantly, we wanted to determine what we want to achieve out of this Kaizen. And how are we going to measure our success? So with the referral process, when a collector has done all their due diligence and they're unable to collect the outstanding debt, they can then request for this balance to be referred out, either to an in-house direct collection specialist or to an outside vendor. In order to bring more efficiency to this process, we needed to do some measuring. So we needed to measure the average handle time that a collector spends on processing a referral, and more importantly, the amount of paper that was used when a referral was requested.
Our goals and objectives in this project, our goal statement was to reduce the average handle time to process a referral from start to finish by 50%, thus saving 307 hours per year. Our critical to quality items were to simplify the process flow efficiency, become paperless, reduce handle time, and improve the process quality and accountability.
I'm Adam Schwab. I work in collections. This is our target sheet, which is a high-level overview of the items that were evaluated during the Kaizen, the units that were measured, what our baselines were based on observation, what our targets were, and the results part. We were able to reduce our minutes handle time by 6 minutes and 45 seconds. We were able to reduce the sheets of paper that were used from 11 to 0. We were able to eliminate 22 process steps from the referral process, and the number of referrals was outside of the scope of this project. That will be evaluated at a later date.
As you can see, we have our before process map and our after process map. On our before, we had 33 steps, and we reduced it down to 11. Instead of going through this process map for you here today, we are going to simulate a reenactment on our before process for you here today. So here it goes, our before process.
I'd like you to know that this balance is going to be... Okay, bye. So I've made all my phone calls. Now I need to note point of my last conversation. Now I need to code my book so that they know that these are going to be referred out. Now I need to make sure that I have all of my letters. I need to make sure I don't have any returned mail. Now I have to make sure I do my cover sheet. Now that I've done all of that, I need to look through it again so it doesn't get referred back to me. Now I've got my huge stack of referrals that I need to take over to the manager to be reviewed. Are you free?
Are those for real?
For real.
Go ahead and stick them here, I'm already reviewing these. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
The collector comes in and drops off their referrals. I go through and determine which ones I need to refer and which ones I can put to the side for the supervisor to refer out, or to review for referral. Here's one pile, this is my pile. And typically there is all these packets, it's a lot of paper. And once I've determined where they need to be, I will then review each one to see if we can in fact refer it out. I'll pull up the policy. In the system. I review the policy notes, which are also attached to the referral. I review the audit, which is attached to this cover sheet, which is attached in the referral packet. Making sure that all the due diligence has been done. Nothing glaring, nothing too glaring to prevent this from going out the door. But really, everything that's in this referral packet is also right here on my screen or within the system. After I've reviewed this, feel that it's good to go, I'll sign it off. Then I'm going to give it to our collection specialists to do their part. And any of the referrals that do not require my review, I'm going to go ahead and give these to the supervisor to take care of.
Hi Wendy, how are you today?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
Adding to my buckets, I see.
Yeah. I have a few more for you. Here. If you could make sure you get these done by today, that'd be great.
Oh, sure.
Eleanor, I have some referrals for you. Oh, you have plenty on your desk also, huh?
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks.
So after I review, get my stacks of referrals, and I'm in each policy. I review the cover sheet. I look at the letters, the audit results. Make sure everything is in order for what I need. The cancellation as well. I stamp it. I put my name on it, that I reviewed it, and go to the next one. So at times when I do have to reject a referral, I give it back to the collector. After I reviewed all of these, depending on my authority level, I take my stack back and go back to the collection specialist.
Hi. Why'd you put that stack of things in the window?
Hi, Wendy.
Uh-oh, Wendy.
And depending on the threshold, between 800 under 3,000 is where the stacks would go.
Hi, Wendy here, and wow, look at my buckets.
Oh, hi.
Yes, one by one, all of these have to be referred out. When these come to me after approval, I go into point. I make a note letting everyone that looks at this policy know that this policy has been sent to outside collections. If the debt amount is $800 or less, then I do a waive in point so that it's no longer showing as a balance on the policy. Once that's done, I go in and I suppress the commission and generate a commission forfeit letter out to the agent. Then I have to go to what we call the collection blue notes, which is outside of our point system. I make a note in there stating that this policy is with outside collections. Then I go into ImageRight and flag the policy in red, stating it's in outside collections. Once that's done, then I have a 20-column spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, where I fill in policy number, policy name, address, amount due, email, phone number, all 20 columns of this. When this is all said and done, the paper clip comes off and into the shredder bucket it goes. And let me tell you, Mr. Shredder comes every Wednesday and he knows to bring his rolling dumpster right to my desk because this is way too much to stuff in that little hole.
Yeah.
So you just witnessed our before process, painful, cumbersome, time consuming. Now here is our new process. We start with our book of business. When a collector would like to refer out a policy, they notate the book of business saying refer out. Once all of their policies are ready to be referred out, they simply hit the collector tab, upload referrals. When this happens, the policies are uploaded electronically and they are split between a threshold for our supervisor and our manager. When our supervisor and manager are ready to process and approve our referrals, they simply hit a download button. All the policies that are ready to be referred are downloaded into a database, and Allison and Eleanor will then review and approve. At that point, when they're completed, an upload button is pushed. Two things happen here. Our KPI database is updated for our policy count and our dollar amount, and another spreadsheet is created for Wendy Pakula, our collection specialist, to review and take the initial steps that needs to be taken in point to refer the policy out. Lastly, our Reliance report is created. When this happens, Wendy simply saves and sends it off to her Reliance instead of manually entering 20 columns into an Excel spreadsheet. As you can see, paperless, efficient, automatic, and a seamless process we've improved.
So our financial benefits were that we had hard savings and soft savings. Our hard savings came from savings of paper at $2,031 a year, and our soft benefits came from improved efficiencies for our managers, supervisors, and specialists at $31,171 a year.